welcome back to the ShedTalk. This is our kid. He's featuring for this video. He's a bit camera shy. Honestly, very weird creature this. If anyone who follows me on Instagram knows how many strange noises it makes. Don't you, son? Oh, it's being weird again. Right, so a lot of stuff has happened since my last I am addicted to ketamine video, or whatever I titled them again. Short-term memory has been fried from this substance. A lot of progress has happened since the last video, as well as a lot of regress, but it really does help me to talk about it and get it out there. I also really need to thank everybody who reached out to me. Well, it just reaches out to me in general on Instagram, on the comments or anything. The whole Vivec community is unreal, and big shout outs to the Discord heads, and especially a big shout out to the person that really helped me this weekend whilst I was going through some seriously bad ketamine related shit. They know who they are. Big ups. So, unfortunately, as much progress as I have made since then, understanding what is compelling me to do this, why I'm stuck in doing it in the first place, ideas to try and get off it, which I've really come to the conclusion now that the main thing for me now is that I need to go travelling. I need to get out of this area, because I mean, you do become a product of your environment, but also I've got to the semi root cause of what keeps drawing me back to this, and it's going beyond myself. It's sort of chasing. It's sort of like chasing God in a sense. It's different to psychedelics where like you'll be sort of, you can chase higher consciousness through it, but the problem is with Ket is then you'll be in this sort of like heightened state, and you'll be like, oh my god, I understand everything about the universe and myself, and this is bliss. There's no mind, no suffering, etc. But the problem is because you'll always just come back to baseline. A lot of the times the insights and the satisfaction never stays, and you just keep coming back to it and back to it and back to it. And then you'll have a shit experience. I've just experienced Cramps twice. So basically what that is stop looking at me, not today. Just completely lost my train of thought there. So Cramps are basically, it's this thing where I believe, so as you have a substance, any form of powder, it processes through your organs. I mean, a lot of the times when we do these drugs and do anything, we forget about the physical effect it's having on your body, because the psychological effect of this addiction is already bad enough, but now I have experienced the physical agonizing pain of the Cramps, where I believe it's where, so as the ketamine passes through your liver, it then, so the crystal, as it's processed, it then crystallizes in your gallbladder, and then it produces this excruciating pain. I have this excruciating pain in like sort of the bottom right abdomen, and it was a horrible experience, and it's happened twice now. The first time was really bad, and the second time was fucked up, but I managed to just ride it out, and yeah, it passed semi quickly, and yeah, like I say, I had big support at the time. But the first time was really bad, so bad where I was just like, fuck me, I've really done it now, this is it. I finally got to that point where I can't escape the effect that it's having on me physically, because it's already having an effect on me psychologically. Again, like I said, short-term memory has been affected badly, but one big bit of progress that I've made, which is funny, I'm about to say that I've made the progress when I literally just completely stumbled over my words, but I'm able to articulate myself and speak a lot better, which is the major effect that the Ket was having on me physically, was that my mouth literally couldn't keep up with my brain. I was stammering and slurring and not being able to form coherent sentences, which thankfully I've now alleviated through taking a lot of supplements. Lion's Mane mushrooms, big ups to them, they're a serious bit of mushy them. And they've sorted my head out, and just generally sort of getting back in stuff that it sorts my head out. I mean, I already exercise and eat healthily anyway, but just sort of remembering to hone in on that, because you can, even if I do lower, even though I do maintain a regular healthy diet and regular exercise, when you get into these ketty benders, you just sort of forget to do that. And yeah, because the Ket's sort of draining your body, it can be worse when you forget to just keep up with your health regimen. And what else I've been doing? Getting into yoga, meditation again. That's really been sorting my mind out, and I think that's what's really been sort of calming me down. But again, the problem is that it's not solved the problem entirely. And I've now experienced the universe again, once again, because it already happened the first time, because I lost my thumb. I told you guys that I lost my thumb, and there was loads of weird sort of like poetic symbolism going on with that, where it's like, oh, I twatted my thumb in this car door when I got back from Croatia, where I was completely clean off the spaghetti mine for 2 weeks, and then I got back and immediately did it completely stupid, and then I paid the price by literally the universe trapping my thumb in the door. It was so weird. It really was just it was the first of many very painful lessons. And now I'm on my third painful lesson, so I really need to start listening. And thankfully, since then, I've now appreciated the pain and suffering I've gone through. I talk about this in many of my videos, where suffering, you have to see the love in suffering. It very much is a mechanism via which you grow and develop, because if you, I mean, so many people who are watching this, and even my friends and family, who might be watching any of the suffering you're going through right now, or any of the suffering you've gone through in the past, you really can vouch for the fact that you do come out of it on the other end as a more developed, more loving, more evolved human being. And this sort of ties in with the sort of meta aspect of why the universe is just love, and why God is love, or source, or whatever you want to call it. I don't care what you want to call it, consciousness, whatever it fucking is, this universe shit, whatever we've ended up in, reality itself, it's sort of like a love machine in a sense, because the universe is in a complete, it's in an infinite cycle of facing its shadow, processing it, integrating it, embracing it, and feeling deeper forms of love for itself and all the other forms that it can take on. Because, yeah, as many Buddhists say, and any psychonauts will say, I am you, you are me, and this is very, very deep metaphysical insight that you can come to. I really don't care whether you believe me or not. I'm sick of, I'm now going to stop. I keep having to like do these disclaimers, like, oh, if you do, I don't care if you believe I'm crazy. Like, I literally don't care anymore. I'm just going to start saying what, these are my experiences, and if you don't agree with them, that's great. It's brilliant to have other perspectives. You let me know in the comments what you think, but mate, I don't care if I'm insane anymore. The psychedelic insights I've had and the experiences throughout my life, the mystical stuff that's going on, and all of this addiction stuff, it really does just seem to me that it's me growing as an individual, as a spirit, me connecting more with other people. Because as I've gone through this horrible experience, because basically I was doing really well, I was actually doing so sick, and then just this weekend gone, lots of stuff happened in my personal life, things that were sort of building up in the background that I knew. It was sort of karma in a sense. Not that I've done anything like necessarily bad, just sort of, oh, what are you doing? You're all right. I thought you made a weird noise. Things that have just sort of been building up and reaching an apex happened this weekend, and it just traumatized me, and I relapsed big time. And then, yep, along came the Cramps, and what I should have done was just bit the bullet, rode through it, embrace the suffering instead of trying to escape. Because the funny thing is that by doing the K, I was trying to escape the suffering, but actually I ended up producing even more suffering, genuine physical suffering, rather than sort of psychological, emotional suffering. So I really did pay the price, and you know what, I'm fucking glad I did, because it's taught me so much about myself, about this whole appeal of Ket for me and the UK residents in general, where it's a major problem. What are we doing? We're just trying to escape, aren't we? The mundane about this, at least this is how it fits for me and a lot of other K addicts that I've spoken to, who oftentimes are very spiritual people. It really is them just trying to escape the mundanity of sober life. But you also, this is a very, very important lesson about life that I've realised, is that there's divinity within the sober state of mind as well. And I always knew that, and you know that as well. Look at this room, this whole room, and it's fucking full of beautiful shit. A little fucking weird dog is absolutely class. And all the artwork and everything is absolutely beautiful. There's beauty literally everywhere. But the problem is with doing these chemicals so much and forming a habitual process out of it, and it goes, and this also applies to weed as well. There's a lot of similarities between the Ket addiction and the weed addiction. And I've also been through weed addiction as well, and it's still sort of like, again, that lingering aspect of like, oh, I'm not content or satisfied with sober reality when I really am, and it's just literally a trick of like the ego, a trick of the habitual sort of mind, being like keeping me on a baseline, keeping me keeping it like at an equilibrium, but it's not a balance at all. It's actually out of balance. It's just the fact that like the ego loves homeostasis. It doesn't like change. It likes to just stay as it is, even if whatever that is completely and utterly messing the physical body in which it inhabits. Mate, I'm chatting some serious breeze right now, but I hope a lot of what I've said makes sense. I just want to let you know that I'm doing my best, and I'll keep making these videos as I make more progress and more stuff happens, and let's just hope the next time I make this video that I've really reined it in. But I'm feeling very confident. I've actually got a lot more responsibilities right now at the minute, and having to just literally just get my head screwed on and sort myself out, and I can't keep doing that. Well, I can't do that if I keep doing this fucking spaghetti mine and messing myself up, because I tell you what, it detaches you so much from reality and the sort of human level bullshit that you need to deal with, the survival level stuff that literally is required for life, and to also experience the beauty of life as well. So yeah, I know things are tough, and a lot of you are probably dealing with addictions and problems and things in your life that are doing your head in, but let me just tell you that it's all part of the plan. It's all part of growing, and you've got to embrace the suffering at points. I know it's horrible, and in the time, the pain isn't supposed to feel good, and in the moment, it really does not, and you'll be fucking begging for it to stop. But when it does stop, appreciate what you've been through, because it really is the universe trying to wake you up to what you really are, and that is the universe itself. Or maybe not, maybe I'm just some atoms that randomly threw themselves about in a little fucking primordial soup that is material reality. And if that is the case, then I don't care, because life is beautiful and I feel spiritually connected to it, and I bet you do as well. So yeah, whatever, who cares? We've all got different perspectives. As long as you're alright and you're doing your best, then that's great. Again, thanks for listening to the Shed Talk. Probably made absolutely zero sense, but it is what it is. Right, I'll see you on the other side.